I actually think that it's very helpful for us as people following Jesus or appreciating the Bible to use the Bible against Christian nationalism.
Mm-hmm.
And so one way I do that is by, I really think that a lot of what drives it from my perspective is a fear of scarcity.
Right.
And that fear of scarcity, we see that in the Bible on the first couple of pages in the form of the voice of the serpent.
Mm-hmm.
Because, and I think Christian nationalism on some level is very similar to the voice of the serpent. And I'm not saying this in terms of it being the devil, or that's not what I mean with evil.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, that whole theology is a result of, as Reverend William Barber calls it, theological malpractice.
Right.
Right?
Right.
That's what that is. But I think if we just understand that the voice of the serpent is just a voice of absolute scarcity,
Mm-hmm.
and it's distorted.
Right.
In Genesis 2, it says, and God created Adam and Eve. And these are symbolic stories. This is not about the beginning and the history. This is about, do we experience ourselves as loved, as there is enough to go around, or do we experience ourselves then in Genesis 3 as everything's going to be taken away from us? Nothing is there. And that's the voice of the serpent. It says, should God have said that you shouldn't eat from any of the trees in the garden? That is the biggest lie. And I think Christian nationalism tells people that lie, that, oh, these other people, they're going to take everything away from you.
That belongs to us.
That belongs to us, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
So it ends up being misogynistic.
Yes.
Because we don't want women to usurp the male role,
right,
and authority.
Yeah.
It becomes racist because we don't want black and brown people and Asian people to take our country, which was God made for white people.
That's the voice, and that's the voice of the serpent. That's like the voice of scarcity, and they're so identified with it.
Yeah.